It all ended with me declaring sourly to my husband, they don't know what they're talking about. Weathermen don't know what's going on. They're really just looking out their windows and telling us what's happening at this moment. There is no such thing as a forecast.
She's griping about the weather, you guys.
Yep.
We just went live, and she's griping about the weather app because it's not as accurate as she would like.
They know the different types of clouds. That's something.
That's true. And we were just laughing because the weatherman tonight, Luke and I were sitting on the couch watching the weatherman tonight, and he said multiple times, he was like, okay, so looks like storms may be picking up tonight, and they're going to be moving from west to this, and up there could be that, but they're going to be moving west to east. To east. And I said to Luke,
write it down.
Literally the only thing that they know for sure.
Yeah.
That is it.
I'm sure of it.
He's going to repeat because at the end of the day, even though the percentage of chance of thunderstorm was wrong and the amount was wrong and the timing was wrong.
The timing was wrong.
Right.
But they did get the direction correct.
Hey, didn't we say west to east? Didn't we, guys? Didn't we say?
That tornado, which way did it move?
Give us a little credit. Which way did your house blow? That's right.
That earthquake cracked. It cracked from west to east.
Oh, it was so frustrating. I was legitimately irritated, but also aware that it was kind of a first world problem and I didn't really have a right to be. So I was like gritting my teeth and groaning and trying not to.
People in other countries going, I wish it would rain on our crops so we could eat food. And you're like, I can't get food because it's raining.
Right. I'm stuck in the parking lot.
We sat in the parking lot. Those of you who weren't here for the beginning of the story, we sat in the parking lot.
Which was everybody except for us.
And it was just so raining so hard. I mean, it was like, it sounded like rocks were being thrown at the top of our car for like a solid 20 minutes.
We had our favorite one of my favorite first world problems when it rained here. And that is that it rained so hard and so fast that it washed all of the debris for 1,000 miles around our house into the storm drain. And so it plugged up the opening, and we live on a corner. And so all 4 of the corner drains were plugged up, and it became just
Lake Branyan.
It was a lake. I couldn't see the tree lawn. It was all the grass was underwater. Cars were driving. Cars would drive down the street, the middle of the street, and waves would lap up against my front yard.
I've seen it many times.
Yep. And so I had to go out, and I actually kind of liked doing this. It was raining really hard, and I got a rake and I ran out into the lake to unplug the storm drain, and it was literally up to my knees. So I'm standing in knee deep water out and poking around trying to find the drain. And then when it opens up,
it goes.
It makes this sucking sound, and this whirlpool starts happening. So when I start to see the whirlpool, then I run across the street to the neighbors and unplug their drain. And then I run back and forth, and lightning is flashing and the thunder is crashing.
It's very safe.
Yeah. And I think to myself, crab fishing is not the most dangerous thing. It's unplugging a storm drain in front of my house.
Yeah, lightning, thunderstorm.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so to answer your question, Juwan, we live like 10 minutes away from each other.
Was it west to east? Was it moving west to east?
This is loud on my end. Is it loud
it's
on
loud
your
here,
end?
too. I was going to say something. I didn't think you'd hear me.
Why is it so loud?
Is
it better now?
A little bit.
Sheesh. Okay.
I like our theme song, though, so it's okay if it's loud.
Oh, I do like Branyan Bayou. Hey, Pat Gala.
That is a good name.
That's
Branyan Bay. Here we go.
Are you ready for the show?
Stefan.
Are you ready for the show?
They already got a call on the title.
Everybody's asking me if I've intentionally.
You're loud too, Dad.
Well, that's okay.
Am I loud?
No, that's why he sounds so loud, because he's so much louder.
Should I back away from my microphone?
This does automatically adjust volume. That's the setting I have.
I think what's happening
sound
is
checked
Yeah.
I think I'm yelling because I got both. I'll pull an ear out. Maybe I'll stop yelling.
No, you're not. You're not too loud.
That's why I'm yelling,
I
because
mean,
I'm deaf.
What?
Are you ready for the best?
All right, I'm going to take my... What's up, everybody? Welcome to SCQS. My name is...
What? I couldn't even read that.
My name is Jan. She's flashing them up so fast. My name is John. This is Juwan underneath me.
better?
Juwan DeVivo.
I gotta
I'm
figure
here
out
with
how
my
to turn this up
non-branded
and
egg
down.
breakfast sandwich.
Okay, that's good. That's fine. I get that.
Why are you
Plus
eating a
it's bandaged.
breakfast sandwich? It's 7 o'clock at night. Why are you eating, or roughly 7 o'clock at night? Can you eat breakfast? You can eat breakfast sandwiches anytime, can't you? That's not even a shocking thing to do anymore. You can eat pancakes
What's
at
that?
night.
Were people once ostracized?
It's not raining at Tabby's house either. She lives off to the west. I live east. Dad lives north.
Mhm.
He's the only one who currently sees any rain. So the question
Mhm.
is, does he actually see it or is he hallucinating? You decide.
Why would you guys get to decide? You're not here.
Well,
I'm
says
the
the
only
man
one.
who might be hallucinating.
I'm the only one who can decide. Brian is not with us tonight because he is closing on a house, or maybe not closing on a house, but he's showing his house. He's selling his house in sunny San Diego. And so Brian's not here tonight. And I had an idea for Brian as he's trying to sell his house. And I haven't had a chance to suggest it to him, but maybe if he watches the show, he'll see it. When he's selling his house, in order to create intrigue and to increase the enthusiasm, he should, when they're showing the house, there should be a closet, some centrally located kind of obvious closet or a doorway, could be a pantry or whatever, that he doesn't let them look in. And he's like real suspicious about it. Like when people are coming through and they're like, yeah, the house, he's talking about the square footage and the air conditioning and what the taxes are, everything about that. He's willing to share everything about the house. But then when they go to reach for that handle of that one door, he's like, oh, no, don't go in there. He goes, ah, and then he kind of laughs it off like it's no big deal. But like, seriously, you can't go in there. And then that would make me want to buy the house.
Yeah. I mean, you see that on the reality shows all the time. They're like, did you see that mystery room? I wonder what kind of treasures are in there. I love when I walk into a house and there's something I don't know. That's what homeowners always want. They want to not just buy a home, but they want to buy something that they are unsure about.
They want to buy a mystery.
Unsurety is always a number one tenet of real estate. Forget location.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
In the walls?
Yeah, there's a room that you won't show us. How much do you want for this place? I must have it.
I'd say when they ask him about the closet, just pretend like it's not there. No,
What closet?
Just a wall.
Where?
Closet.
What closet? Yeah, I just think it would be. I think it would be intriguing if he just.
Oh, do you see a door? That explains a lot.
We're gonna have to mention the Peaches is wearing a thing on her.
It is a cardiac monitor, Nurse Jeff. Good. Good eye.
Nice.
He recognized it.
I was gonna make a joke about being tagged and released back into the wild.
It's called a halter.
They're tracking her movement this summer.
I just want to know how the females of Indiana are.
They want to see where she feeds and
Right.
where she beds down.
Yep. Exactly.
No, so she's been having some trouble sleeping, and so they're monitoring
Had a
her
high heart rate, and inexplicably. Okay, so the technical term is inappropriate tachycardia, which is.
Do they have to use the word inappropriate?
Yes.
Because that seems.
Yes, because fast heart rate is appropriate sometimes. Like if I were being chased by an alligator, or if I were outside with a metal rake trying to clear my storm drain in a lightning storm,
There should be palpitation.
there should be some palpitation there. That would be appropriate tachycardia. But if you're trying to sleep and you're doing nothing except laying down in your bed and all of a sudden your heart's racing like you're standing in a storm drain in a lightning storm.
In a lightning storm.
That's inappropriate tachycardia.
Okay.
So
Well, it just inappropriate seems like it's kind of your fault. It seems like
it's
you're
like
kind
they're
of
trying to
blaming you.
reprimand your heart.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not appropriate.
Shame.
Amanda, your heart rate is very inappropriate.
Unnecessary.
And the young lady, I would have thought expect that to be young lady. You have inappropriate tachycardia.
Yeah. Yep.
So
What am I supposed to do?
That's
So
what
I
the heart-
get this till Thursday. Thursday I get to take it off. It's probably gonna hurt pretty significantly.
Yeah, because that tape is designed to like hold massive wounds shut, isn't it?
You could have a couple of drinks first.
I don't know. I know that she put alcohol on there first to dry my skin, and then used like this little sandpaper disc to like scrub it, like you know how you do before you prime a wall.
Yeah.
She like roughed up my skin before
to get all your dead skin cells off,
and to like make it tackier. So like it had scratches. She made tiny little scratches in my skin so that it would stick better. So
yeah. It's probably going to tear a big chunk out of your flesh.
Yeah. So and then I mail it off to the lab.
Big pound of bloody flesh hanging on that tape.
I also have a button.
Stick it in an envelope and send it through. And then there's like blood dripping out of the package. You send it through the mail.
I have to push a button if I notice anything specific, and I have a little journal and it says, I pushed the button because, and then I can write down like my reasoning and the time, but I haven't done that yet.
There.
Yeah.
What did Robin say? Robin said that she had to wear monitors, but they decided
the battery died.
The battery died, so they just decided my inappropriate tachycardia was normal.
Well,
it can't be normal and inappropriate, can it?
Well, maybe if you have obnoxious tachycardia, it's just the way that it is. It just
unusual tachycardia.
My tachycardia doesn't know how to behave in social situations, so we're just gonna say it's obnoxious.
Yep.
Obnoxious, somewhat uppity tachycardia.
Yeah, uppity tachycardia.
Believe it or not, we actually have a show tonight. And JT's not here. Yay. JT's not here because he's. Do we remember what JT's
hear his
doing?
excuse? I think he was like, eh. He's just.
I think he just has a
That's
show. I think he said he had a show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. JT is pretty talented, so he gets calls to come and do shows. How big is tonight's show? Thanks,
They're already
Russ.
on it.
I was worried that someone wasn't going to ask.
Mm-hmm.
It's bigger than a depressed mammoth, I tell you that much.
Well, it's bigger than an inappropriate mammoth. And if this woolly mammoth represents a regular show, tonight's show, I'm giving the Peaches a chance to hit
mouse.
it. Looks like this.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah, it's a sad person with a halo who's kind of sobbing underneath a umbrella with some storm clouds.
Is that you feeling sad because you can't be sitting on the porch right now?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. No, I was thinking that it's a melancholy show because we're missing our friends. We're missing two of our friends.
Okay.
There's a lot going on here in this painting, though.
It's still not raining here, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm going to leave the picture up to your interpretation. The viewers can interpret that however they like. But it's still bigger than the mammoth.
Questions,
right? So, all right. But before we get into the show tonight, we have to shout out to our clickers. Do we have a clicker song?
Yes, but I have to share. I was just sharing a different screen, so now, So now I have to switch to a different tab, and that will take me a second.
Okay. Well, we'll talk amongst ourselves. Is that raising your heart rate, by the way? Are you feeling some pressure and inappropriate?
Nope. We're right at low 80s, like it's been all day.
Wow.
I've been wondering how we've been doing on saying the names. I've never got any feedback for that. So
what?
I guess everybody likes it. Our scoozers of the week, we'll just say them.
We'll just say them however we think, like they're Old Testament kings. This is 3 minutes and 33 seconds. This is a long.
Oh my goodness! You didn't listen to any of his polos today, did you?
No. Here's why. My phone was shutting off. My phone shut off the notification, so I didn't get any texts. I didn't get an email. I got nothing. It's like I thought that there was nothing happening all day yesterday, and it turns out my phone was just in it wasn't airplane mode, but it was all shut off.
Ignoring mode.
I didn't see anything.
Okay, so the way this is going to work is the clicker song is first, and then I have to pause it, and then he's got the song for later in the show on the same video. So there's a pause between the two of them.
Oh, how efficient!
I already watched it, and so I can tell you that this week's clicker vamp part is a little longer than last time. Last time we had to move fast and get the names out. But this
So
time
we
we have
can-
slightly longer.
We have time to pronounce the names twice. Do we have time to pronounce them 2 different ways?
Possibly.
Oh, we'll cover all the possibilities. I like that.
All right.
So even if it's you in an alternate universe, we'll get the name right.
All right, I'm going to push play. Right. You tell me if you can't hear it. Ready, go. There's nothing to hear yet.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
There's nothing.
Oh no, I don't hear it at all.
I do.
Clickers are great. They're super amazingly great. Athletic and fun and super smart. Their beautiful faces a work of art. Clickers are great. Intelligent, savvy, and great.
You don't hear
Without them, we'd be destitute and drifting into the abyss. Lovely clickers, we blow you a kiss. Some folks are butchers, some are bakers, others candle stickers. Whatever your profession, you should join up with the clickers.
This week, since the Peaches can't hear it, you have to just throw them up in there in no particular order. It's
Jessica
Noonan or Jessica Noonan and Matthew Titterington or Titterington.
Right.
You said it.
What is happening to my audio today, guys?
So you can hear. Do you not have the slider moved up on the Rodecaster?
I don't have the Rodecaster plugged in at all. I'm plugged directly into my laptop. Okay. But we don't have time to troubleshoot.
No, we
Carry on.
We've got it. We don't have time for this.
I heard it too. So
all right.
So John's not mad.
Thank you to all of our clickers, especially to our clickers of the week. But if you would like to join our merry band and become a member of the Comedy Click, a super exclusive elite organization that's not for everybody. I don't think we've said that often enough. It's really not for everybody.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's only for people who get it. And so if you think you get it, then please go to johnbranion.com and become a member. It's one of the easiest things you'll do. You can fall down on rollerblades, or you can sign up to become a comedy clicker. They're both equally easy to do. And then you can join us at our effort party. We are going to be doing some board games. I know I've been saying that, but we're going to do another board game thing. Now it's feeding back because Beach just took her headphones off, and so I'm hearing myself.
I thought that would help me to be able to hear it.
All right, so just join the click.
Fine, okay? There. Now you can hear, and I can't.
This whole announcement has fallen off of the rails.
Does that make you happy?
It makes me happier.
Makes it interesting.
I choose to be.
Should there be an entrance exam for the clickers? I mean, not anything too elaborate, but like, you know, on the Facebook groups when it's like, "Are you a human? Do you enjoy laughing?" But I mean, there should be like a third question, and I can't think of what would be unique.
Do you think that mourn with those who mourn means that you are never allowed to laugh because good Christians need to literally find every sad story on planet Earth and obsess over it for their entire life?
Wow.
If you can't find one, to make one up.
Can you guys tell what's been on the Peaches mind for a couple of days?
I'm so tired of it. I am so tired of the doomsday. Anyway.
Well, we are the recipients of mourn with those who mourn quite a bit. There are many times people will tell us, you know, you're supposed to mourn with those and weep with those who weep. You're supposed to bear one another's burdens. And what that means is if they're sad, you need to be sad too. And there are so many sad things in the world. Do you even realize how many people have been hurt at church before? Do you have any idea how serious the problems are in this world? This was not part of the itinerary
You're
tonight.
Going off script.
I'm just saying, you should not be laughing about anything ever because we have too much crying to do.
Some people are sad.
For those who rejoice, isn't that the other half of that verse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but let's not talk about that.
Trauma happens, guys.
Trauma
and if you don't know about all the trauma, you are spending way too much time being happy. Let me tell you.
How dare you? Go home and think about what you did. Think about your laughing.
Even now, I feel like we're bordering on, mockery. Some people might be enjoying this a little too much. So tone it down.
While there are people that are sad, there are people who are being rained on currently. People who are sitting in rain. The only thing separating me and rain is this roof.
Yep. And if you don't cry about that, they're going to leave church, and it will be your fault because nobody took their sadness seriously.
She is.
Oh, look at him laughing right now.
Completely on a different track. Completely on a different track.
Not me.
So did you misspell your last name on purpose?
I did. I also misspelled perfectionists on purpose.
They noticed that.
And good for you for noticing it. JT has a song tonight
that I won't be able to hear.
That she will not be able to hear, but we can all, Joanna and I can snap along.
Yeah, well, we're not allowed to enjoy it now.
Tell me when to push the button.
You cannot enjoy music with those who can't hear it
because it's inconsiderate of my plight.
Yeah, so we're gonna cry while you guys enjoy it.
Just tell me when it's done, and I'll push the button.
Yeah. Right. I'm just gonna nod my head along so you'll know. I'll nod my head in time so you'll know when it's playing. And when I stop nodding my head, then you'll know the music is
Luckily,
over.
I can read his lips pretty well, and I've watched it. But all right. And I also got writing credit for like one pair of rhyming words that I contributed.
He's good about sharing credit.
I know you can't hear it, but can you turn it up a little bit?
Some people like
Seriously?
to hang with the in crowd.
Just a little.
I don't know if I can.
Some people like to hang with fools. Some people like hanging with people who break the rules. Some people like hanging with the barflies.
What's a barfly?
Some people like to drink that booze. I don't need no liquor cause I like hanging with skews. No better place to be on a Sunday night than here. Where else can you get a show like this 50 plus times a year? You can take a train, you can take a plane, you can take a Caribbean cruise, and you can have my ticket cause I'll be hanging with skews.
That's a great line.
Some people like to hang on your shoulder. Some people like to hand out hugs.
Hugs.
Some people like hanging on the corner with bullies and thugs. Some people like to hang in the chat rooms, getting hooked on all the bad news. I don't need no feet cause I like hanging with skews. The world is too far down in the dumps by half. There's a time to weep and a time to moan and a time to let go and laugh. You can pay
Mandy's.
You can pay your debts, you can pay your union dues, or you can pay it forward and hang with the homies on skews. You can sing a sad song and sing for your supper, convention around and sing the blues. Get over yourself and hang with the homies on skews. Come over to the house and hang with the homies on skews.
Oh my gosh. How do you not like a song that has the word kvetch in it?
Kvetch is the first
There it is.
There it is. I didn't even know he defined it at the end.
Kvetch. Is it Julia that said sitcom? So now I've got an idea in my head that all you guys do like a thing where you're, you know, the traditional, the 80s and 90s thing where you're working and you go, and it freezes, or you're like a ball hits you in the head and go, hey, and it says your name across the bottom. So that's the song that's playing.
What?
Oh, yeah.
But like Full
I know
House.
exactly what you're talking about.
Full House is a good example where they would, like Joey would be playing with something, and then he looks at the camera and goes,
Oh, yeah.
And then he mugs
hey,
and then
Coulier,
pushes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Joanne. You just gave me. I'm reworking our opening lyrics. Now I know what we need to do. We need to put we need to have little video clips where our names, you know, and Joanne DeVivo, and then you're like,
yeah, doing something dumb, cleaning a gun or something.
And Brian, and Brian will be.
Brian will be like this.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes. We need to do that.
Thank
we need
you,
to
Julia.
each submit a video. Okay, that was a good song.
Yeah,
Good song.
it was when I heard
That's
it
Julia
earlier.
King's.
When I listened to it about an hour ago, it was a good song.
It's
I
still
haven't
good.
Heard it since that time. Hey, look, my dinner's here, and my kid.
Yahoo! Whoopee! Oh my
It sounds like
gosh.
Silas, is it?
It is. It's Silas. Okay.
He's feeling better now.
Thank you, Julia King. That is, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's a great
forget
idea.
which of the King sisters said
That's the first one
while
I saw.
he's singing that. I like hanging with Skews, and she goes, "But he's not here tonight."
Right.
It's-
Everybody
Oh.
was. It's a little contradictory.
It's a little contradictory. I like hanging with Skews, he says in a pre-recorded video.
Mhm.
Oh well, we can't have everything. He does like hanging with Skews, just so you know, we all do. We all look forward to this
Yeah.
Sunday evening deal.
Chance noticed too.
Since JT isn't here. Yeah, that's
Good
why
job,
we like
Perfectionist.
that's why we all you perfectionists who are wigged out by that. TeachCon thinks we should put Amby Davis at the end too,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
I cannot argue with.
That's from season one.
Our opening intro is going to be like 4 minutes long after we do all of this. So. Are you leaving because it's time? Oh, she's not only
No, I heard
muted.
a youngster.
Somebody was wounded.
So yeah, I think so.
We have made no bones. That's not the right word. We haven't tried to cover up the fact that we do all of these things. The podcast and Skews, everything happens in the middle of actual family life, and so from time to time, life happens. From time to time, the lake fills up out in front of my house. From time to time, one of the
Still
children.
no rain here, but
Is it?
no.
Oh.
Time to time, I'm at a Holiday Inn Express, murking through
Wait.
their internet.
What are you wanting to do right now? I'm looking
wanted-
at the slideshow.
I want to
Hanging with
do
Skews?
well, we were going to play What's That Sound? Because I
Okay,
have
do
a
you
few
want
of those
that?
left over. Yeah.
Okay, I got
and then
that.
we'll do the Perfectionist thing. And we
I
probably
love
won't.
games.
We played What's That Sound?
Am I even going to be able to hear these?
Probably not.
Ooh.
We played What's That Sound a couple of weeks ago, and there's a few left over. And I was a little sad by how easy this was. I
Yeah.
thought that it was going to stump you guys more.
That wasn't a traditional Branian game.
Mm-mm. It was
It didn't meet the level, the Branian level.
right.
More
Most of my games,
complexity.
I'm very proud of the fact that they're impossible to win. And this one,
Deborah, to answer your question, Silas is okay, except for the fact that he's in a lot of trouble for coming into the office and interrupting. His daddy is right out there, and that's who he's supposed to be with. And so
I thought he brought you your dinner.
Luke and Silas brought me dinner, and then Silas came back in a few seconds later while Luke was trying to feed the others and was crying at me. So
Well, he probably felt like he had earned some of your attention because he brought you food.
yeah, he found me in my lair, and now he won't leave. If there were more Brandon McKinney household sounds, it might be a bit harder to guess.
This is
Like-
tuned from the dishwasher or the washing machine.
Or Juwan's refrigerator.
Or Jawan's fridge. Yep. All right. So we've got just a couple more. If you want to flip those around. And since JT and Brian are not here, it'll just be Jawan who has to do the guessing. And of course,
I
our
don't know what they are either.
excusers. So hit that button and I'll tell you if I can hear it.
Can you hear it?
Yes. Yeah. Can you?
Yeah. Nope.
Can you hear it, Jawan?
Yeah. Sounds like you're stirring yogurt. Or you're going really slow on a bike that has one of those coffee can lids on it.
What I like about Jawan is the range of sounds that a
Or-
single guess. He goes, it sounds like you're stirring yogurt or riding a bike with a coffee can lid attached.
Or what's another one? Gosh, do we got guesses yet? Yeah, see, somebody said with a spatula. They got real specific.
Yeah, whisking chocolate pudding. I like when the chocolate pudding, the type of pudding. Someone beating batter. You guys are on the right track. Kara actually has it. Beating an egg. Nerd.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, so it was with a
Beating
fork?
eggs. There it is.
Look
Yep.
at that.
It would be great to be able to hear it.
hmm It really would. If you like the sounds of
Eating
eggs being scrambled, you would have really enjoyed that one, Peaches.
Dang.
You're gonna-
And now I'm even more disappointed that I
It's
missed
some
it.
of the most pristine sounding eggs being beaten that you've ever heard.
Farm
All
fresh.
right. Ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was it. You got to do it again.
Okay, I can't hear.
Oh, that's the eggs on the fryer right there. Jumping the eggs on the fryer.
I'll do it again.
Okay.
Oh, you're sipping the foam off a latte. That's what that is.
Yeah, there's that one. Again, these aren't even hard. Everybody's lining up. Like
bacon?
everybody in the comment section has it.
What's funny about this is based on Juwan's descriptions, I'm getting a mental idea of.
You're actually hearing them
That's
in your
not
mind.
Slurping? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but now apparently it's bacon.
Jasmine
Bacon.
can almost smell it.
What's Australian for bacon? I wonder. Or do they eat our
great
kind
question.
of bacon?
They
Do they have
probably
Canadian bacon in Australia?
Canadian bacon in Australia. That's just ham, isn't it? Isn't Canadian bacon just ham?
Yeah,
Basically.
cooked ham.
Yeah, but they call it bacon, and everybody up there falls for it. All right,
And they miss out.
hit the sound. You got to do it again.
Can of Pringles. You're opening a can of Pringles.
Somebody make the sound. You
Look.
or Dad, you or Juwan make the sound.
Do it again.
Okay, now Juwan,
it's a
imitate
metallic-
it.
There's a bit of a metallic kind of.
I need to hear it in my own mind. Come on.
Zach, how close is that?
It
I
sounds
think
like
we-
you're getting ready to hawk up a
I think
loogie.
we
like
found a new game.
Try to do this sound. Repeat this sound. Toast? No, that's the other one.
Someone opening the Milo tin.
Nobody knows what a Milo tin
No
is.
one knows what a Milo tin is, Jasmine. You haven't taught us that.
Jasmine, speak English.
Jasmine, you can't
You're
give
wrong.
us Australian terms that you haven't taught us.
It's somebody choking a koala.
She might be right, for all I know. A lid being put off and on. That's correct. Specifically, it's a lid being put on.
Oh.
I don't know if it's raspberry jam, but that's the picture
Well,
that I have.
But
If
it's
I may
only
say
50% fruit.
Juwan, if I may say,
Right.
your impression was not very good.
Actually, that is a great idea for a game.
That's
where
what
we
I
gi-
should do.
we
Is
give,
I make
we
the
give the
noise.
sound. Yeah, we give the sound to
me.
somebody, and somebody else has to make the sound.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
It's like charades, but it's the audio version.
Yeah, you have to pull out. You have to make the sound, and people have to guess what it is. That's a great idea for a game. I want to
That's even
stop
harder
everything.
than.
That will be coming up on a future episode of SKUs. So, probably
What
next
is a-
week.
What is a Milo? What is
How do I know you don't have Milo? Well,
Surely
because
Milo.
I guess that's a fair question. We have Macca's.
That's true, but we don't call it that.
James knows what a Milo,
Gosh.
what Milo is. Audio charades, you love it.
Juwan's overly specific sound imitations.
Imitations. Yeah.
I like that.
Are there any more? I think there may be one more
I
sound,
think there is.
or a couple
Yep.
more sounds. All right,
All right, I can do this.
all right. Listen up.
Is that it?
Was that it?
Do it
Do it again. Okay, how's it sound?
Somehow you've recorded the sound my knee makes when I get up out of a chair. No, it's a
Hit it one more time. They're getting it. They're on the right
it's a
track.
that's a mouse being crushed.
Ew.
Amber McWaters has it.
Is it a floor or
Okay,
a
so
chair?
we had first squeaky
Our hallway.
floor,
Squeezy
door
floor.
creaking, wood floor, squeaky rocking chair. But who has it?
It's funny how everybody's typing
floorboard.
so quickly that they're just not spelling things. It says
Yeah.
wood flew.
Yeah.
It says
Slow
nice.
down, people. It's not. There are no points in this game.
somebody said fart in a diaper.
For a bunch of self-proclaimed perfectionists, you sure are making a lot of typos.
Everybody's jumping in the theme.
It's a floorboard.
Oh, sorry.
Peach, you can
I can't.
Everybody's autocorrect is going to be screwed up after
I'm
this.
eating sushi,
Mhm.
so I'm too busy to actually push the slide forward.
you should chew that sushi in the microphone and see if it sounds like sushi. All right, I think there's one more.
It's good feet. This is a good feat. Well taken care of feet right there.
All right,
Okay,
here we
you
go.
ready?
Yep.
Is it still going?
It's still going, and it's super irritating. I didn't realize how awful this was.
I can't stop it. I know
I
from
know.
last time
Nope.
if I push it again, it'll just start over.
Yeah. Do you know a squeegee being used wrong? Squeegee on a window. A straw in a styrofoam cup.
It's like you're cleaning a window with a balloon.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we've got
Is anybody getting it?
wipers. Yeah. The whoever said wiping a window or washing a
With-
window.
Yeah.
There it
That
is.
kid. That kid. doing that.
Wax on.
It's literally that kid.
Okay, the window is clean now.
I
All right.
like the one. It stays at the same pitch for a little bit, but then it went.
It went to a different part of the window, man.
Oh, man.
So many. Sherry says wiping a butt. That's a. Have you ever heard that sound when you were?
If it's making that sound, you're really clean. You really shouldn't be wiping it at that point.
All right,
You're done.
proud of that one. Okay, we have. I came up with a new game. This isn't really a game. This is just a way to torture people who have OCD, and I came up with it because remember we did at the effort party once. Brian was showing us videos that drive him crazy,
Mhm.
and I thought it was such a.
He likes them. He likes
Oh,
them.
he does.
thinks they're hilarious.
I thought they like made him cringe.
No, he loves them. He thinks it's hilarious because he pictures the people who are cringing and thinks it's
Mhm.
just really funny.
Well, if you're not a member of the comedy clique, then you weren't at that effort party, and that's a crying shame. And so we are trying to bring some of that to you. This is some of the stuff that you're missing out. So this game is a game that I have called Tweaking Perfectionists,
Mm-hmm.
and
Here.
and again, it's not really a game. It's just a series of photos that I found that I think are going to be. They're just going to be fun to look at, especially if you're a person who doesn't like things. If you're a person who's OCD, you consider this a warning. Consider this like a trigger warning and a disclaimer. If you are,
Oh, hang on a second.
if OCD is a thing that you don't like to experience, then you should probably tune out. If you're listening to this, on audio, then you're not going to have a problem at all.
Mhm.
But
I was gonna make this picture crooked, but evidently it's bolted to the wall
by some OCD person.
because
All right.
hotel art has been stolen so often.
All right, here's the first one. That's a
Is it a popsicle?
popsicle with a stick that's like frozen inside it. You can't
I'm
get
If
the
you want to
stick.
get this stick, you're gonna have to work for it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lick your way to the stick from the
That's
from the popsicle.
It's pretty good marketing.
Also, that
idea,
guy's
actually.
wearing. See that guy's socks?
Mhm.
Those are kind of weird too.
Well, he's got his shoes off.
Yeah, he's got his shoes off, which kind of bothers me.
I think I'll kick my shoes off in the garage and have a half melted popsicle.
I think I'll eat a
Sad.
popsicle with the stick that's encased in the middle. All right, what's the next one? There's actually quite a few of these. There you go.
Oh.
So it's a manhole cover that was obviously.
Do you think
in
the
one-
person taking this picture thought it was funny or was like,
Yeah, I don't know. But
I tried
the
3
yellow
times
line
to
was
use it.
painted when the manhole was situated differently than the way the manhole is currently situated. And my question is, how hard would it be for the person who was putting the manhole back down to just line it up? Why wouldn't they?
you think he was trolling?
I don't know.
The mayor's going to be so ticked off.
I don't
He hates
know.
this stuff.
The mayor.
Meh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's New York.
We saw
Happy's like, give me your best shot.
I saw a picture. It's not in this lineup, but I saw a picture of like a dead possum that had a yellow line painted over it.
Okay,
Have you seen that
that's
picture?
a southern thing. Yeah, that's a south.
Just painted right over it.
That
the
happened.
roadkill.
That is not a New York thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, next picture.
Thing is, the truck probably ran him over.
How about this? Does this bother anybody? It's a bunch of.
It bothers the wife.
Yeah, they've outlined a bunch of pans.
This is the husband doing the dishes. Putting the dishes
outlined back. A bunch of pans on the wall where they hang, and then they've just put the pans wherever they don't.
Gerald, while I'm out getting groceries, can you put the pots back? Dry. Yeah, the 2-year-old.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff. Yeah, some of our OCD people are.
There you go. I was hoping we'd upset a couple.
Regretting it. All right, next picture is a. Yeah, this is
that's evil though.
It's a cake that is decorated in a way to where it's obvious where the pieces are supposed to be, and they're just cutting against the lines.
I don't hate this so much because of the OCD part. It's because it's just a blatant disregard for decency.
For portion sizes?
Yeah, it's like it's not even just. It's like I know what it's supposed to be, and I know everybody's anticipating one of these slices of cake. But I'm going to do things. See, it's open rebellion. It's
just open rebellion.
Sin against God.
This is similar to the one that Brian had on his video that he thinks is so funny because they're cutting along and they do several good pieces of cheesecake, and then they just start cutting sideways. And Brian's like wiping tears out of his eyes. He thinks it's so funny.
The only way that's acceptable if you're the only one in the room and you're eating that whole cheesecake. That's the only two reasons. That's the condition where that's acceptable.
It's pretty funny though. I mean, I think that would be a really funny way to cut it.
Oh my gosh, that one.
Yeah. So
that's not real though. That's photoshopped, right?
I don't think so. I think that's an actual picture. It's like the windows belong. The windows are like off center of where they're supposed to be, and it looks like
two different windows. It's like old windows. Well, what happened was two universes merged right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Doctor Strange was doing something.
Mm-hmm. And it's you know, what difference does it make? The people inside the building can't see that. You're looking out the window. You don't know.
I don't think that's the only consideration of a window, though.
It is for me. What else do you need a window for? Just to look out.
It looks pleasant. It doesn't look pleasant at all.
You don't put windows in a house so people can look in.
Well.
Right?
I don't know.
It's just so that you can look out. That's the only purpose that they serve.
People walking by probably.
How about this? It's like a row of pencils in there. All of them are sharpened from the same end except for one that's sharpened at the other end. And they're laying in the box next to each other.
And this was like a find the problem thing for me. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
They're all black pencils. I got
it didn't stand out to me either.
Oh, you didn't even.
Not be that bad.
That so doesn't bother you that you didn't even cringe about it.
What's the deal? Oh, they're in a 10. That's normal.
Okay.
Well, I got normal things. I need to see. Let's see.
Well, good for you for conquering.
We're killing TeachCon. I think she's gonna pass.
No, I agree with Hijack Wife. That one's not nearly as bad as the windows.
Yeah. Well, so TeachCon was saying they're not sharpened the same amount. That's bothering her. Not the fact that it's.
Yeah, they're not exactly the same length. So some people are suggesting, some of the perfectionists are saying that I've got these out of order, that I need to build. I need to gradually build
least offensive.
Yeah, the least offensive one and go.
How about that's not OCD offensive. That's just confusing. That's more of a
door said gentleman.
A person with like social anxiety would have more issue with this one.
No.
How would you handle this situation? I would go with the door first, I guess.
Would you? Would you go with the door versus the hanging
Well,
sign?
I
It
would
says-
crack it open and go, hello?
Yeah.
Basically, there are bathrooms that are labeled men and women. There's a sign that says men and a sign that says women on both of the bathroom doors.
The one on the door says something different than the sign above the door.
Right.
So.
And so you have to make. I actually have a picture in my personal photo collection that I took at a show that I was doing, and it's a row of, it's like double doors out of a banquet hall, and it lights up. The sign says exit over those doors, exit, and then there's a sign taped to the door that says this is not an exit. So it says exit above it. This is not an exit on the door.
And then there was a skeleton laying there by the door.
Right. There's somebody who couldn't figure out what to do.
Couldn't decide. I would definitely like peek in the door, not peek, but like open the door and go, is anyone in there?
Yeah.
And then usually there's a,
You wouldn't,
you know,
you'd just go somewhere else.
well, if there's nobody in there, then there's a couple of clues as to what kind of bathroom. Like if
That's
it has
true.
a couch,
it'd be a boy. Yeah.
True.
if it has a couch and carpet,
If it
that's a
smells
ladies'
pretty
restroom.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is a mystery that could be solved
Mm-hmm.
without a lot of work. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about this? Does this bother anybody?
It gives me the giblies.
Yeah, it's basically
The what?
It's a mannequin that's running forward, but his torso is facing the other
Wow.
direction.
Right.
Makes me
The
blink a little.
hips and legs are running one way, and stomach and chest and head are going the other.
Are going the other direction. And what
the
I think,
Kanga man.
this actually gave me an idea that I thought it would be fun if I worked someplace where my job was to set up mannequins. It would be really fun to just set them up like this, like put them in impossible poses, have their legs coming out of their shoulders, you know, and they're just wreck them.
The OCD people are agreeing. That's fun. We love this. This is
Mhm.
hilarious.
Yay.
Luke
this
said
doesn't-
these hips do lie.
Sorry. Sorry,
So
my
this-
leg's been the wrong way.
So that doesn't bother anybody. Okay, interesting.
No,
Interesting.
everybody's okay with that.
It
It's-
did give me a
Everybody's
little
okay
bit of a
with the-
shiver, like those gifts that we use when we get our answer wrong. Kind of got a little, like it's unsettling at first, but I've grown accustomed to it.
Yeah, but it's not too bad. Okay. Maybe the next one will bother some
I
people.
really
Boom.
want.
That's going to hurt some people, I predict.
This is just the caption on this, which I clipped out, was how my wife opens stuff. So apparently some dude
is married to
gathered
a
up the
rat.
packages. Yeah, and all of the packages, the peanut butter, everything is just torn
They've
open.
been torn into the middle
They've
instead.
just been ripped. They didn't even rip all of the paper off the top of the peanut butter jar. That's the thing that's amazing to me. They just tore a hole in it and started scooping peanut butter out.
How my wife, the snake, opens things. The boa constrictor. She
Everything's
only
just-
needs a hole big enough to crawl into.
everything's
That is the
shredded.
sin.
Someone finished taking the paper off. That's how my kids open stuff.
Uh-huh. You ever had people open stuff like from the bottom, like cereal boxes? Open them from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You're still
It's just
wrong.
lazy.
Yes, because I have children.
What is that? What's beside the oats box? Can you tell what that is? Is it like a bag of chips?
It looks like pita chips or something.
It looks like
But
it was
it's like they tore the whole
gutted.
bag open.
Yeah, that's
They
that's
just-
the most effort. The peanut
They
butter
just-
thing was just jab your finger in it, but you had to go through some effort to get the potato.
I think this is fake news. I think the dude staged this photo, but
He's not even
My
married.
wife. He lives alone.
Uh-huh. How about this? Here's a sandwich that's been cut
Cut.
into 3 pieces.
3 unequal pieces through the paper.
3
You think
unequal
this-
pieces.
I think the sub architect, the
Mhm.
sub sandwich person was like, "Oh nope, sorry. Now I'm going to do it in the middle."
The sandwich
There you go.
architect.
What are they
Artisan.
called? Artists? Or the
Artisans. Yeah,
Yeah,
sandwich
that's right.
artisans at
Mhm.
Subway. But they asked them to cut this sandwich into 3 pieces, and so they did, and they're not even close to the same
That looks like a
size.
public sub.
You think so?
I've had
Yeah,
a public sub. It feels like
It's
a
not
public.
Subway.
A true sandwich artisan would never do something like that.
You know what? You're right. It's those amateurs in public. It's not those Subway.
There were 2
Rembrandts.
kids and an adult eating the sandwich. That makes
Hopefully.
it better.
Yeah,
I did
that
at
fixes
first
it.
think it was on purpose, but that first cut does look like a little hesitation. Like it only went halfway through the.
And then they were like,
Like a
well,
little-
I made it this far. Yeah. This is how
Feed it to your kids.
Jimmy John's. Tabby says it's Jimmy John's, but what does she know?
Wow.
It's staged me. All right, what's the next one?
Jimmy John's
my
got
stuff
plain
is
white.
falling.
I can't advance these.
Okay,
Are you done with your sushi yet? How much sushi do you have?
I'm done, but all my paper's
Oh.
falling down now.
How about this?
What is
That
going
is a
on
bit
there?
off.
It looks like
Burners
the
off of the
electric
circle.
burner, is
It
like
is.
off center from the circle
Place
on
your
top.
pan here or in this vicinity.
Right. There's like the etching on the top of the electric stove is
You know how uneven
here,
my
but the-
omelet would be.
it doesn't line up.
And by the way, for our live viewers, the reason that we are now describing everything like you're visually impaired
The
is
photo
because
is
we've started taking the audio from SKUs and putting it on our Thursday special bonus content on the Comedian Next Door podcast. So we're trying to
Oh.
earn some new viewers here on Sunday nights at
I was
7
not aware of
p.m.
this.
on
You didn't-
YouTube. So
yeah, and all of you people who are just listening to this and can't figure out what the pictures are by our description, it's like, well, you should be here with us watching it at the same time.
your audio, speaking of
Yeah.
audio, is now cutting in and out in a
Jumping.
weird way.
Mine is
Yeah, it's really loud and then it gets quiet and then it gets loud.
perfect. All right.
But yes, people said that this is a problem. Dangerously annoying. They need a new stovetop. If this was theirs,
Dangerous?
it should be
What's-
returned.
How is it
Mhm.
dangerous?
Just dangerously annoying.
Oh, because then I would kill somebody. Okay, I get it.
Well, I could see how you could burn yourself pretty easily if you're kind of expecting the hot stuff to be in.
I don't think you should touch that close to the burner, even if it's right dead in the center.
I disagree.
You
I think
can't be
you
like,
should-
I'm going to put my finger here, right outside this white circle.
right. That's
Because
what I
it
would.
says that the burner is right here, a millimeter to the left. So
Right.
I should be fine here.
I should be fine
Well, how,
putting my bare finger down
how
next
you gonna
to
light your cigarette when you're sitting
Here-
there accidentally in the wrong spot?
here in the confines of this circle drawn onto the glass, it will be boiling hot, enough to boil my water. But immediately outside of that white circle, it should be cool to the touch.
I'm going to set my baby right outside of it.
It's like, don't touch that circle.
You're
Yeah,
safe.
I taught my children never to touch inside the
How about this? Does this bother anybody?
No, they're not going to be
Oh.
bothered by that.
The
It's a bunch
problem
of
is
cute
the
puppies.
potential. The potential of the irritation is offset by puppies. You got
It
two
just-
white puppies together.
Right. It just kind of looks like there's a mirror there, like it's a mirror image going the other direction, you know?
Or it's like a piano key.
Yeah, that's true.
Puppies.
Just think of it like piano keys.
They're the C and B and C.
Yep,
Is
too
it?
cute to be annoying. I want all of them. That's just cute. I told you, I can predict before the comments even start coming in that they
That's
think
so funny. It's so funny that the OCD is overridden by puppies.
my puppies. Oh yeah.
Probably have somebody chewing on tinfoil in the background, and people.
There. Pat and Gayla literally said cuteness counteracts the symmetry issue.
That's true.
I'm
that's the
learning
rule.
so much tonight. I'm learning
That's
so much.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I don't like that one at all. Here's the thing. This, and I think this is true. The more permanent the thing, like the harder it is to correct the
Oh,
thing, the more of
the-
a problem. It's like the window was the worst. Pencils aren't as bad because pencils you can either resharpen or just toss in the trash. But you've got a tile job where several of them are obviously out of pattern. You can't just like like a puppy is out of
That
order.
one
You
doesn't
can
look
quick-
like it'd
I
be
want to
that
see
hard
video
to fix.
of the person when they got to that one point, and they're putting those tiles there, and there's like, oh.
That doesn't, Dad, you can't fix that because it's a math problem. No,
No.
you can't.
Yeah, you
Nope.
can. You just need to go
Well,
down one
Sharpie.
more tile.
No,
with the
you
black
can't.
one, and then
If
over.
you No, if
You
you,
just
did
went.
that,
You did one row too many of the white
Yes.
tiles.
yes, you would have to completely take out one of the white tiles over there. One of the
I get
rows of
that.
white tiles. Look at it closely.
Oh yeah, it's they
messed
went
up
too
and
far.
hardcore.
They went
Forever.
too far.
Like
with
even like
yeah.
the rest of the floor, right, is messed up too. If you think about it, I wonder where. Is this a light?
Luke's got it. Luke's got an answer. Luke says paint them so they look correct.
This would drive my hubby insane. Yeah, Jasmine agrees with me. Like if you're talking structure, architecture, or interior design,
It
like
lives on forever.
You can't fix it as easily.
Yeah, I would. That's something I would do if I was to lay tile. I could totally picture myself doing that.
Yeah,
that was a good one, John.
Get all
no
the way
puppies
done.
there. Although if you put a puppy in there,
you know what we're assuming? We're assuming that was the last thing he did. What if those were the first tiles he laid, and then he did all the rest of it after that? What if the mistake was made first, and then he just said, "Oh, forget it," and he went ahead and finished the rest?
They'll
of it?
never see it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. Here we
Okay,
go.
so like this, I'm gonna say is medium annoying. There's a Pepsi 2-liter inside with the Coca-Cola one somehow.
Because
How would that even happen?
Rectify that, right?
Yeah, because it's just like saran wrap over the top, and so it'd be
Okay.
really easy to pop it open and change it.
No, well, I'm sorry you're bored with my OCD picture.
Let me ask you this: if you bought a 6-pack of Coke bottles
Mhm.
and there was a Pepsi in there, would you drink the Pepsi, or would you be like, "Oh,
Oh, I absolutely would drink the
are y'all
Pepsi.
Pepsi people?" Okay.
So I have a story similar. Like
I
I
don't
was
care.
excited once. Don't be bitter. So I was at the grocery store once, and I found this package of 5 bagels, but there was a half a bagel on in addition, so it's 5.5 bagels. And I was like, yes, bonus bagel. Tammy's already telling me bonus bagel. Yes.
Your sister remembers the bonus bagel.
And I was like, yes, bonus bagel. And so I took it home, and then I read the package, and it said 6 bagels. I was like,
They got
no.
Oh,
They got you.
I got ripped off half a bagel.
I didn't get an extra half. I lost half a bagel.
Oh.
She was so happy.
Tammy's like, I think about that a lot.
Every once in a while, on a rainy afternoon, when I'm staring
that's
out the window, I think about that bagel.
I think about that bonus bagel that wasn't.
Oh,
Isn't that
my
a
God.
metaphor for life, though? Like we're super happy with something, and we're just so happy to have it until we figure out, oh, wait a minute, I was looking at this the wrong way.
Yeah,
I actually got ripped off.
That's
Well,
what
I
I was
mean,
thinking
should we
of.
be laughing about that then?
Bonus bagel. So she's.
As soon
That's
as I
right,
saw
John.
that Pepsi in the Coca-Cola bag,
That's
I thought
right,
my bonus
John.
bagel.
We need to be weeping with all the people who have also
Only
gotten
had
ripped off.
half a bagel.
I did not know that my sister was such a fan of that story.
Every time she walks by the bagel, she thinks about bonus bagels.
I don't know if I've seen a Pepsi, because Georgia's like Coca-Cola land. I can't remember the last time I've seen a Pepsi.
Oh,
I
I
will-
will.
Oh man.
Next time we should send
Bonus Pepsi.
we should send you a Pepsi, Juan.
Oh,
Sure.
How about this? This bothers me.
Okay.
This kind of bothers me. So
Well, so the first apartment that we lived in after we got married, it was the one, like I just moved out of college, I graduated college, and I moved in first, and it was like $400 a month. It was on the worst part of town. Melody swears you said they found a dead body, or? Well, there's a lot of stories here. I'm trying to give you some layers.
he goes, "We just moved in there,"
Well,
and then he turns and says over his shoulder to his wife, "You said they found a dead body in there?
So here's the controversy with that.
They killed
This
a
is
guy in there?
I feel
How
like
did
This
it
is
work?"
the debate we've had. So we lived there
Yeah.
for almost a year, and there's a motorcycle that was always there but never moved. And Melody swears that one day we came home and they like found him by the dumpster or something, but I never saw that. So I don't. But getting back to this picture, our oven would not open all the way. It was so small that our oven door would go down about 3/4 of the way and go bang against the wall. There was
Oh,
a
it wouldn't
wall
know because the wall.
where
it
the
was-
kitchen was. So Melody
Huh.
would cook like cheese fries, and she'd have to
Slide 'em.
angle the cookie sheet,
Angle
to
them
get it
out.
of there. So
Yeah.
this one bothers me because it makes me think of bad
Oh.
cheese.
Yeah, well,
fries.
Douglas has the answer. You just open the oven door first, and then you can slide the drawer open.
Or get an oven with a thinner handle.
Yeah, get an oven
Or
with,
you
with
get
just
your
a knob.
sawzall out and you cut off
saw-
the end of that and throw it in that drawer.
Cut a notch out of the drawer.
Oh
So-
yeah, just a little half inch.
How about this? Does this
Nope.
bother anybody?
Okay, based on my formula, I don't think anybody's gonna have a problem with this.
Yeah. Okay. Because
I
mustard
thought
is
you were
cute,
talking
like
about the
puppies.
top row
No,
where there
because
was something missing.
it's a simple fix. It's actually an opportunity. This is going to make the perfectionists happy because if they were in this grocery store, they would just go whoop, flip that one jar of mustard over, and now it's perfect.
They're all like, I've trained my whole life for this moment.
Yeah, TeachCon just said it. I'd be turning that one over.
Yeah.
You know that there was somebody who went through and flipped it over the first time, flipped it upside down, thinking, haha, that'll drive a whole bunch of shoppers crazy and they'll run screaming from the store and it'll ruin their day. And it never occurred to them that all you got to do is flip it over.
Yep. I would flip 3 more that way, John
were
Knox's beard said.
Oh, well. They
Yeah.
would have to spend all kinds of time flipping those mustards over.
What if you flipped one row over? You flipped the whole row over.
It would be okay as long as it's the middle one.
Yeah.
There's 3 rows, flip the middle one over.
Okay.
You know.
What if you just take your arm and push all the mustard off the top shelf onto the floor? Would that mess up the OCD people?
And started jumping on it and squishing it.
Oh, here you go.
Take this,
Now-
you OCD people.
Now this is an entire
Is that
bar of
Kit
Kit
Kat?
Kats. They've had the middle of them
Why is there 8 of them?
sawn out.
Is it 2 of them together?
and
What did
maybe
you
2
say?
together.
The middle was what?
Sawn out.
I thought you said chawn out. Like
Sean it.
past tense of chew was
Now,
chaw.
Here's my prediction. I've already seen some of the comments, so I
So
know
have
Jasmine
I.
and Russ.
No.
Now, on the permanent scale, you might be thinking, "Oh, this is candy. It's really simple. It's just candy, so it's not permanent." But those candies cannot be fixed. Like those Kit Kats are permanently ruined. You can't put them back together.
You
Oh,
can't
I
So-
unchew them up.
Right.
I'm
And
actually
so-
astounded at the way this person bit. To unhinge your jaw,
Yep.
to be able to bite through it like that. is definitely-
Jeff Slade says it's death penalty. You get the death penalty for eating a Kit Kat like that.
Everybody's
They won't even
mad.
say it. Right before they throw the switch, they'll go, "You know what you did?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yep. Everybody's
Kit
mad about
Kat.
it, as I predicted.
So if I'm understanding this, it has something to do with how cute the offenders are, and it
Right.
has something to do with how difficult it is to make it
fix.
right.
Well, and the
Okay.
puppies weren't that permanent either. Like all you had to do was pick up one of those puppies and put it back in between. If you picked up one of the black ones and put it back in between the white ones, it would be quote perfect again, which is easy. So, but yeah, if you've got something like this, it's going to upset people because there's nothing they can do to rectify the terrible situation.
No, they can't
What
fix it.
I still don't know how is it 2 Kit Kats put together? So they probably put it like a sandwich and bit into it and then laid them next to each
Yeah,
other.
that's what it looks like.
Okay.
That's what they did. They took 2 Kit Kat bars. They
It was-
took a bite out of each one and then put them together.
It was
so
freaking
looks-
me out for a second because I'm like, how do you bite?
How do you bite into the
Into it
middle of a
like
Kit
that.
Kat bar? Yeah.
'Cause I
Yep.
want to learn how to
Good-
do that.
good
Teach me
observation.
your ways,
All right.
Candy Jedi.
Oh,
This-
I see. The ketchup and the
Oh.
relish are mislabeled.
They're mislabeled. So's the mustard. They're all
Oh,
3
and the
mislabeled.
mustard. Yep, they're all wrong.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a meh. Is that a meh?
You'd have to be paying attention. You might be annoyed if you tried to get one and weren't paying attention and it came out wrong, but I feel like this is one of those that would be a fairly easy
I
fix.
put relish on my French fries.
How did this happen? It says ketchup. It clearly says ketchup. All right.
Yeah, you just lift
That
the
doesn't-
containers and
Yeah,
switch them
okay.
around.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
bother
feel like you
anybody
need a
either.
second. I feel like you need a second shot at this game. Now that you got a formula, I
Yep.
feel like you could really hurt.
You think
people.
you think I'll be better at picking things that will
Yeah.
bother people?
I think you could scar some people. Actually,
Well,
If
I know
you
to
have
stay
to
away from
look.
puppies. That's for sure.
If you have to look twice to even see what's wrong with it, then you're on the wrong track. Because they
Yeah, it
they were
needs to
all
be
saying,
obvious.
I just look at the color of the thing coming out of the tube anyway. I don't really pay attention to the label. So
what
That
if it's
seems
barbecue
that
sauce?
seems reckless and irresponsible to me.
that's the end of that.
Okay, that's the end of
Slideshow.
that. So that's all we had planned. Actually, there was one other picture and what happens is when I add things after you have opened up the thing,
And then I
then
can't
you
see
don't
them.
see them.
I could refresh it, and then I might see it. But
Can you see it now?
no, I have to refresh. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Somebody play a song I can't hear, real quick. No, I can hear that.
That was literally a minute and a half long.
Yeah, it was way too long.
Think of some songs.
Well, good thing I couldn't hear it then.
There it is. She's got it. This isn't really an OCD thing. I just thought it was funny. It says accepting resumes, and she's pointing like she's gesturing towards the trash can underneath.
What? Did you forget what the game was?
Sign. I just realized.
Yeah, and I knew that this wasn't OCD. I just thought it was funny, so I stuck it there.
Halfway through, you decided to pop in a picture that had absolutely nothing to do with tweaking.
So you're being OCD about him putting pictures in the game.
I think this would tweak some people.
This would tweak the
next
people
level
who think
troll.
that we need to have all of the pictures be about perfectionism.
Ah, see, I knew it. I knew we could.
There you go.
We're now accepting resumes, and the lady is gesturing toward the trash can like you're gonna
place them in the file.
Anyway,
the circular file.
Maybe it wasn't worth refreshing it and putting it back up. Maybe it wasn't.
Maybe not.
Maybe it was a waste of our time.
Maybe.
That's our show, though. LOL. So you have to tell us how we're going to.
I have no idea. You can go ahead and pull up the random generator if you'd like.
I don't need to this week because I've already got an idea.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really bad at coming up with ideas in advance. But if you would like to support the show, go to johnbranian.com and join our comedy clique. Cliquers get recognized every week, and they also get access to our effort party, which is starting right after we're finished here. The link is on the members homepage on the John Branian website. You can find out where Juwan's going to be by going to castingcrowns.com. Follow them on tour. It's a really good show. We've seen it before. They need to spend more time in the Midwest so that we can also hang out with them between shows. But
we're here. This is not time.
That's
not
helping
time
anyone.
To bring up your personal grievances with their tour schedule.
Also, the weather app is trash. I get really mad at meteorologists. Not the time for that either.
And she can't stand it when people talk about there's a time to mourn, but they don't talk about there's a time to laugh.
Right. Right. John Thomas Oakes is the man behind all of our amazing music. He wrote the Cliquers song. He wrote the song about hanging with the people on SCQS. He wrote one of our theme songs. So please go support him at
Jasmine wrote the other.
Yeah, Jasmine wrote the ending one. John Thomas wrote the first
Jasmine
one.
should send us her website too, because she does like calligraphy and stuff.
And design. She designed your book cover.
Yep.
And you can also support Brian April by visiting patreon.com/comedybrian. Support him. He's trying to sell his house and buy a new one eventually. And also, while you're supporting him, if there's a way to like include a message as a subscriber or whatever, just say, hey, Brian, move to Indiana.
Yes, do that. Tell Brian. Juwan is going to argue with us about that. But it's just a matter of time before they move to Indiana too. So
just tell him to move to Indiana. Okay, how are we doing the Snappy Wrap Up?
Tonight, Juwan and I are going to take turns reading people's names, but we're going to put the first name with the wrong last name.
Ooh.
Oh.
Do we need to do an accent or a character or something? Or
sure, go ahead.
All right, guys. Thanks for having a good show.
You want to?
We'll see some of you at the effort party in just a few minutes, and I'm about to find this credit video so that they can misread them.
I can't wait.
And go.
No. Welcome to Click Comedy, the Jeannie Bates,
Beckman,
David Chapman,
yay, Stephen Epps,
Randy Griffith,
ooh, Audrey Horston,
Kenneth King, Jennifer McKinney,
Jessica Osman,
Amanda Roos,
Jasmine Smith,
Christine Trost,
James Zarn,
and Larry Zarn.
Oh, all those Zarn brothers.
Bye.